Hello, it's Shantae again from Stitching Hearts, and this is part 2 of the making that bag tag. So here I'm showing you my waterproof canvas material. I usually get it from Walmart. All those colors are from Walmart. It's about $4 or $5 a yard. They also sell it at Hobby Lobby. I'm using a Mighty Hoop, and this is the sheeting that I talked about. This one came from Home Depot, and I think I may have paid about $19, but it's a lot on that roll. And I just cut it to fit my hoop. I like using my Mighty Hoop station for all of my hooping, even if I'm not doing a shirt or anything. So if you have it in a convenient place, it really works out well just to hold down your stabilizer good while you're trying to get it hooped. And so here you just see me showing you like how the front and the back of the hoop and how we're going to put the fabric down. I decided to make the bag tag black. And so I'm using a black magnetic bobbin. So I'm bringing in my design and then showing you, I'm going to just kind of try to show you what I meant about putting in my stops. And so on my Brother machine, this is how you would do it. You just go to each one and add the stop, and then it's ready to go. I think I needed to skip down from step 1 because step 1 is the name. If you watch my first video, I like to add my name at the top. And so I messed up there. I forgot to skip down. So I had to go back and go down 1 and let it run my placement stitch. So it's going to give us a quick placement stitch to show me just exactly where to lay my fabric, whether it's vinyl or waterproof canvas or regular canvas, whatever it is that you're going to make the tag out of. And so there it is. I'm laying it down. Once you know your machine, you can use a piece of tape or not. And if you notice, I laid it down and I barely made my placement line on the right side. The placement line is there so that you don't miss it, but I just about missed it. You'll see when it comes around. But I could tell that it was just okay. It was right inside, so it was fine. So now it's tacking it down or kind of giving me a basting stitch. So I'm going to go back to my machine and go up. I'm going to move it back up to step 1, allow it to stitch out my name. And then after that, I'm going to drop it down to step 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we go. It's going to stitch out my name. I don't think I'm going to bore you with watching the whole name stitch out. So it's going to stitch the name. And then once that's done, I'm going to pull it back off the hoop before I change the step or anything. And I'm ready to put the back on. Well, I did change the step first. Sorry. So I moved it down to 4. I'm going to flip my hoop over and tape my second piece of fabric. Whatever amount of tape you need, just so it's secure. Some of the problems you might run into here is that once you slide it back under there, your fabric might crease up or crinkle up. So just make sure that it's smooth at the bottom. You've used enough tape to secure it, and then allow it to tack down that back panel. I'm going to remove it from my machine again, and I'm just going to cut right around the front and the back. Right here, my scissors kept sticking to my hoop. It was giving me a hard time. I think, I switched up scissors, and that was a lot easier. So these are my 2 favorite scissors. My duckbills are Tula Pink, and my purple ones, I believe it's called Fave More. Hopefully I can link those too. I've had other scissors, and I like some other ones, but those are my 2 favorite. So here you just see me cutting as close as I can, not compromising my stabilizer because I still need it to be there and intact so it can I can run my final stitch around there. So I don't want to cut through my stabilizer, Just super neat right around the design on the front and the back. Back on the machine, and you can see that's the satin stitch. You can tell by the picture on the screen that it's just a little bit thicker than the other stitches. So it's gonna go all the way around there, run that satin stitch around, and then I also added the final bean stitch. And so I think I'm showing you it's going to do the final bean stitch here, and I am skipping the little circle at the end. I do not need the hole, the satin stitch to make the hole, because I'm going to use a hole puncher. So once it finishes this, I'm just going to stop it. I'm not going to go on to the last stitch. So I put all those stops in there so it didn't automatically run on and give me that circle. So there's the tag. It looks pretty neat. I used to use that big blue crocodile way back from my paper crafting days. I just noticed right now when I'm doing the video that there's a hole punch on my eyelet tool. And so I just split that in half, made a little mark that didn't show up very well, but I could see it. And I went in, and yep, that's a hole punch. I had not seen that before. So I punched the hole, and it was a perfect hole. So that big old heavy crocodile can go on the shelf for now. I'm using an eyelet, a purple one, from a set off of Amazon. So I will definitely link my Amazon storefront, and all of these things that I buy are in there. If there's something that I didn't list in there, just leave me a message, and maybe I skipped something or forgot it, and then I'll let you know. I'll send the link to it. So that is it. It's the whole design, cleaning up those threads and making sure that's where my tie-ons and tie-offs were. So just making sure that I didn't cut too far in there. I just put a little heat on the corner, and it is done. That is my tag.